lójúde Olúyọ̀lé Ìbàdàn fún gbogbo ìpolówó ọjà yín ẹ pè ẹ̀rọ yìí 09055275910 lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí 09055275910 ẹ kàn sí wa ní ẹ̀ka ìpawó wọlé Melody 100.7 FM Basọ̀run Ìbàdàn ọjọ́rú tí ṣe Wednesday yìí ní o àwọn ọmọ Oòduà àwa rèé Oòduà.
láti ìkànnì Melody 100.7 FM nílùú Ìbàdàn aago 6 ìrọ̀lẹ́ ti lù.
From Melody 100.7 FM Ìbàdàn. 100.7.
We are the real home of entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan.
100.7. 100.7.
I love this station. Melody 100.7 FM.
Reset one of your presets for your hit music now. 100.7.
Melody FM 100.7.
Newest radio station is 100.7. What's the big difference? We play anything like this. And this. And even this. A bigger variety with the biggest music library. 100.7. We play anything.
Let's do it.
This is C-Drill, aka CEO. Check it out. It's the C to the E to the O. We DJ PD. Oh, you know how we go. Exposing fakes like Nollywood videos. It's Black Wall. I do it for my people. Yo, this is C-Drill, aka CEO, hanging out with DJ Pretty. Don't touch that dial. One.
Just cruising.
Well, baby, I don't care.
Just cruising.
As long as you take me there.
Just cruising.
Somewhere to clear my mind.
Just cruising.
Just cruising.
Just cruising.
Well, baby, I don't care.
Just cruising.
As long as you take me there.
Just cruising.
Somewhere to clear my mind.
Just cruising.
Just cruising.
Yeah, another time on the radio. Yes, it's way back Wednesday. If you've been listening to my boy Daniel Adeyemi, he's been doing some DJing work. He gives it hot, gives it cold. Sometimes how his spirit feels. He brings you blues. He brings you hot one. He brings you Niger. He's been giving you way back Wednesday. Well, that's how we define your Wednesday here. It's way back. Of course, my girl Bola Bad started it all in the during the MMV show already. Of course, Basto crown everything right here. And that's the way we do every Wednesday, bringing you the very best on the radio, taking you back to the 90s. Some of the vibes you enjoyed in the 90s are about to represent on the radio one more time. It's the Cruise Show. Of course, on the cruise, anything and everything is possible. We bring you the best of entertainment, education, information. Yes, the entertainment part of it, nostalgic feeling every time. Education part of it, we get into class, we'll learn one or two things at the twilight of the program. Information part of it, we bring you entertainment news and what's trending in Nigeria at this time. On behalf of the team, Daniel Adeyemi taking care of BIZ up in the he's right here. On the wheels of steel. And of course, Marcos M. Black taking care of the streaming alongside Fortune Ogba. Of course, the man who bears name like one place in Lagos, Ogba. I don't know if Fortune have been to Ogba before. Maybe one of these days I'll take him to Lagos and show him where is Ogba. This is your surname, Ogba. Okay. Oyewale Adeto is taking care of everything, engineering unit. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest, DJ Pretty, the finest. The nature's finest. All in one in all. When I come through, I rev through, I keep it villa for villa, like the thriller in Manila, be the biggest big killer like a gorilla. 100.7 is still the villa. And when I come through, it's all about ICLE, CTIVITY, selectivity. Always the name of my game when I represent. I kick it back and forth like Jackie Chan. About to make it happen like Bruce Lee. How you doing? Let's begin to roll. Let's begin to keep it pumping. It's Way Back Wednesday on the radio. And let's go like this.
Soy Celia Cruz y estoy aquí con Wyclef celebrando el carnaval. ¡Azúcar! Guantanamera.
We are here in Miami, the sun.
Guajira, Guantanamera.
Worldwide.
Guantanamera. Guajira, Guantanamera.
That
Yo
was
soy
then.
un hombre sin
This is now. Welcome to the carnival. I'm on Spanish Harlem, Boogie Down Bronx, Manhattan, back to Staten. Hey yo, I'm standing at the bar with a Cuban cigar. Hey yo, I think she's eyeing me from far. What's her name? She said Guantanamera. Remind me of an old Latin song my uncle used to play on his old 45 when he used to be alive. She went from a young girl to a grown woman like a virgin. So she sex with no average man. Keep the figure, move like a caterpillar, fly like a butterfly, let your soul fill a glide. Black woman, better yet, Space Invader. If your name was Charlie, we be playing Street Fighter. Penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. A dime if you tell me that you love me. Hey yo, I'm standing at the bar with a Cuban cigar. Yeah, I think she's eyeing me from far.
Soy una mujer sincera.
Do you speak English?
¿De dónde crece la palma?
Can I buy you a drink?
Soy una mujer sincera. ¿De dónde crece la palma?
You killing
Y antes de morir, yo quiero cantar mis versos del alma.
Te quiero, mamá, te quiero, te quiero.
Guantanamera.
Hey yo, I'm standing at the bar with a Cuban cigar.
Guantanamera.
Hey yo, John Forte, she's eyeing me from far.
Guantanamera.
of lonely nights, waiting for someone to release me. You're licking your lips and blowing kisses my way, but that don't mean I'm gonna give it away, baby, baby, baby.
Love this station, Melody 100.7 FM.
Most definitely. It's the finest here. Of course, it has to be different. You know how it is. The 90s song Up On Your Face. Kid Sweat right there alongside Cut Close. That song was number 6 overall top best songs of the year 1996. Yes, I still remember. Year number 6. And overall songs of the year, the best songs of the year 1996, this song was number 6. And before that, you had Christina Aguilera, Genie in the Bottle. Of course, you also had another beautiful classic 90s song, Wyclef Jean, Guantanamera. Deborah Cox also gave you Who Do You Love. These are the jams that you've heard. It's way back Wednesday. We don't do Thursday here. It's the way back Wednesday, and that's why we brought it to a whole new level in Ibadan. Nobody does it better, and that's the way it is. Okay, let's begin to go to sports right now, and let's begin to talk about what's happening in the ever-exciting world of sports. The sports here is joining me right now. If you're ready like Freddy, let's do it.
From deep and out. It's a smashing ball, it's Martins! And it's just out to the bar! What a wonderful finish! That is the most embarrassing own goal! Oh, what a goal! But something out of nothing! He struck it sweetly! And does he ever score over a goal? They're all copybooks off!
Most definitely, it is 4 o'clock right here at Melody 100.7 FM. Still right here with the finest is Daniel Adeyemi, the sports here. What's bopping? Daniel, you're back with this your cap. This is your cap. The same time you wear it, there's trouble.
When my team is in a tournament,
no, the same time you wear this cap, there's trouble in the line.
No
this
trouble.
cap and that jacket, that's your jacket.
There's no trouble. It's good to be back again, of course, to talk about sports. It's always the best moment of the day for sport lovers.
Most definitely.
So let's go right into it. And
Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Yes. There are 9 players that are no longer needed in Chelsea. So Daniel Adeyemi is here. We'll be looking through that together. If they deserve to be left alone to go their own, I think they still need to be given some time. Now, every day, one story concerning Victor Osimhen. I said we should not be talking about it, but my boys always say, let's talk about it because he's our boy. Yesterday, the news story was that Al Hilal have come back again with another interest after saying they were not interested again at the weekend. The latest story today is that Juventus are back again. Of course, they are the ones now pushing again. They have fresh talks coming concerning the bringing of Osimhen to the old lady. So the representatives of Osimhen is in Nigeria here balling, but his representatives are moving up and down discussing talks. Now Juventus the latest. Here we go again. Victor James Osimhen, your friend.
I mean, my good friend.
Your younger brother.
As they say.
Your younger brother.
I mean, allegedly.
I'm sure you didn't hear that one.
I mean, Victor James Osimhen, we won't stop talking about him. He's our best player.
Exactly.
One of Africans' finest.
That's why we always, I just felt you guys said we should talk about
I mean, we should.
He's our best.
It's holding the faith of a lot of Nigerians, young players who look up to him. And his decision is not just about, it's not going to affect him alone going forward. I mean, if Osimhen goes to Saudi and we don't get to watch him, I mean, we don't know what we're going to be saying about our best player playing in Saudi. For me, I feel like it's not the best decision, but of course, it's down to him. And now Juventus coming in, I think Juventus is not a better team than, Napoli that he is leaving is a better one than Juventus. So going to Juventus, I don't know what he's going to do in Juventus. I don't know. I'm sure he's not considering it. I'm sure he's not considering Juventus. If he wants to stay in Europe, if he desperately wants to stay in Europe, then he needs to take the pay cut. Stay with either Chelsea or Manchester United, whichever one among them gives you the pay cut. If it is 200, they give you. If it is 150, stay with it. But if you about the money, then stop dancing around it. Take the money. You got the bag already. Enough of asking for more or trying to still look back.
Maybe he loves the way his names keep popping up every day in the news. Maybe he loves it.
Not like it's coming out for the good reason. I mean, yesterday, the other time Al Hilal said he wants more money. Juventus are saying they want him. It's not like PSG is saying they want him, or Barcelona or Real Madrid. So all the teams that are still saying they want him are not the best team in Europe. They are not the best team in the world of football. So Chelsea have not come out to make their interest very strong, unlike last season. Manchester United, of course, they've just been, dancing around it. So for me, I think he needs to make a decision very fast. The season is gradually, fixtures are out.
Definitely.
Hopefully before the end of the week,
we're going there now.
Italian Serie A and all the rest of the leagues will release the fixtures. So managers are already racking their brains, looking at what they want to work with. Managers like Pep Guardiola is serious already. I'm sure he's not going to sign anymore. He signed 4 players and he's done with them already. He's done with the market because preseason is on, like it or not.
Definitely.
For many teams, the Club World Cup is part of the preparation for the new season. So he should stop thinking that maybe a club will wait for him. They're going to give him an extra holiday because he didn't play in any international competition. Why would they give you extra holiday when the season starts? So he needs to actually make a decision for himself because as far as I'm concerned, I'm no longer tying my faith to his faith again. I mean, many Nigerians will feel like, do it for us. No. Go make the decision for yourself. For your family. Do yourself a favor. If you want to go to Saudi, go to Saudi. I don't care.
Whatever he wants to do now.
Whatever
you don't care anymore.
I don't care.
There was a time you cared.
I mean, there was a time so much. I was rooting for him. Like, we want to see him play in Europe. At first I was like, go to Saudi. There's nothing for you. Not like you can prove yourself. But after watching him closely, I feel like this is a very good player. He can go on to do something great in Europe. But now he's a guy that looks confused and come on.
Says he looks confused.
He just make a decision for himself.
Okay, according to Daniel Adeyemi, he looks confused. Does he look? I mean, that guy I saw in Lagos doesn't look
that's a ceremonial guy now. Inside of him, I'm sure he looks confused. I'm sure there are times in the party while he's still partying and he's going to see news. I'm going to be like, what am I going to do with myself now? I mean, it boils down to
they have another big party at the weekend.
He's been balling. I don't know what is.
All my boys are balling.
Yeah, when you convert the money to naira, it's a lot of money.
Yes, now just bring $10,000 and you not finish it.
You become the Odogu in the city. So
and that's what they are doing now. They are Odogus in the city.
He's getting carried away with it. Well,
okay, all right. Let's move away from that. Let's talk about the Super Falcons now. Of course, the WAFCON is here, very close, and of course they are preparing real hard. Talking about the Super Falcons, that the NFF have lined up another couple of friendlies. For them to prepare them for the WAFCON 2024, which will be played in Morocco. Of course, the latest one is that they're going to be playing eternal rivals, the Black Princesses of Ghana, in a friendly, which we hold in Portugal. Of course, they are going to be playing another one against Portugal. Yes, next Monday on June 23rd, they will be playing Portugal. Of course, the encounter against Ghana we hold in Morocco. Yes, of course, the Black Princesses also they are setting up their own camp in Morocco. For ahead of the competition. Now, Madugu and his players will be heading to Portugal. I mean, this in the next couple of hours for their final preparations, and they'll be taking on. We are in Group B, where we'll be taking on Tunisia, Botswana, and Algeria. While Ghana in Group C, where they take on Bayana of South Africa, Mali, and Tanzania. So they played Cameroon. We defeated them. They want to play Portugal, and I mean, good friendly matches for these girls.
I mean, I must give it to them. I've always said the Super Falcons management seems to be very different.
Is it the Super Falcons management or the NFF?
I don't want to say. I don't believe it's the same. It's the same. Somehow the people NFF have actually put to actually direct the affairs of Super Falcons seems to be doing a better job than the Super Eagles, because you look at the way they are preparing. They've had a very good one in terms of playing an African team in a friendly match, which is Cameroon. They did very well. Now they are going to play in Europe, and the Portuguese side are very good one as well when it comes to women's football. So, and just this morning we had NFF launch a campaign for them, Operation Hex, trying to sensitize Nigerians both home and in diaspora to get them to support. Okay, that's the Hex. I was wondering what was the Hex about.
The 10, they are going for the 10.
Okay. For the 10, of course, it's a very good one. It shows that, I mean, why are we not launching a campaign to say Operation W? Or WC, World Cup qualifier or something for the Super Eagles, because really I feel like there's a lot of strength.
No, there is. I mean, that's where you have your coaches, the Kanu, all of them.
That doesn't seem to be making any move. That doesn't seem to have any effect.
Maybe in their mind they are saying, this job
I mean,
is hard.
Seriously speaking, because the Super Falcons are actually doing very well, very better in my opinion. I feel like that's one tournament I'll be watching to see how the girls are going to be doing. And I mean, they can go all the way to clinch the title, but preparations like these are very important, and we need to see how they do when they go to Portugal. Not just about winning. You know, I always say when you're playing friendly ahead of a tournament, it's not about winning. It's about getting the team to gel together, making sure that the manager sits down and don't run around. Just read the game. Know your player very well. There's a difference between training and match. And matches like this, are matches that you should pay attention to details. So Madugu, I know, is a very great manager. Going to games like this, he needs to pay attention to details. He needs to be making up his minds on what his squad is going to be looking like, what his standard 11 will be looking like. He needs to start knowing which are the players among these guys. The team. When they come on to play in the 7th year, in the 8th year. So it's a victory stage of his preparation, and he needs to.
Can I feel the vibe?
Okay, all right, let's move from there. Let's quickly go now to the FIFA Club World Cup because a game is going on right now. Man City, of course, Wydad Casablanca, another representative of Africa. It's like Africa are beginning to pick up little by little, but Wydad seems they don't have any solution to Man City threat. Because I saw Man City, they are experimenting new guys.
That's what I saw.
I saw a couple of new guys. Apart from Foden, the goalkeeper, and a few guys at the back.
When you are Manchester City, one of the things I love about
Mamouche is even striking when they have
Haaland. Is to say they are using one stone to kill two birds because they know they won't have time for preseason.
So they are using this as preseason as well.
A game like the one they are playing right now is not a game they should start their strong 11 like Chelsea did with their own. So they need to show people that we're taking this game seriously, and that's why they're fielding strong guys, which are most of them are new players, and it's very good for the manager. He needs to quickly know which of these guys will be trusting going into the season. So Manchester City will always be hard for anyone to handle, whether it's Team B or Team C. They're always going to provide a very strong team. And the way the match is going, it's 2-0 in their favor. Exactly. And of course, we have to give it to the fans of the Wydad. You should give everyone that sense of, whoa, this is the stage. But to pick up later. The tournament has been very bad. The game between Mamelodi Sundowns yesterday, and also less than 1,000 plus people watched the game. It was really disappointing. FIFA put a lot of money into this, but they should see it coming. We told them, when you take the game to USA, where football is not their language, you should know this will happen. And the weather was not in support yesterday. Was not in their favor.
Now, apart from the weather, there has been these criticisms of that people are not coming to watch. Look at the Chelsea game. It's 72,000 capacity stadium. Only about 23,000 came to watch football. That won't happen anywhere in Europe.
That won't happen in Europe. It won't happen in Europe. They know. And I'm sure when it comes to data analysis, I believe FIFA are not. They won't be novice at that. Before going there, they should have read their data very well. They should know that this is not a place where football favors very well. Or maybe what they got at World Cup in Qatar deceived them. That's not a football environment, and they took the World Cup there, and it was overwhelming. And what they got in result, maybe they were thinking they would be able to do the same.
No, those ones were actually waiting for it.
But those ones were they were waiting for it and everything. But you see the USA, it feels like there's an agenda even against them because even though FIFA is trying to use their official camera to show where crowds are.
Yeah, that's what they now do.
But
they concentrate on.
But the fans who goes to the field, the fans on the pitch now take out their phone to show the empty side.
I saw that yesterday.
You guys should not be deceived.
I saw that yesterday.
The stadium is empty.
I'm telling you, in the Boca Junior River Plate game. I saw they were just concentrating on where the guys are.
And it's very funny. Some fans still very stubborn goes to sit down where the something is empty.
Like one crazy River Plate.
Just sat down there and
he sat down and empty.
This is where I bought on my ticket. You can't move me. This is where I will sit. So FIFA will always have these issues because for long they've been sleeping. They're just waking up. They've left it for European football something for a while, and now is their time, and it won't be easy for them to break into football business again. But believe me honestly, in the next few rounds of this game, it will get interesting and people will come to the stadium.
That's what James told us the weekend, that it will get interesting as we move towards the elimination.
By the time we start seeing quarters, semi-finals.
Exactly. Okay, let's see how it goes. But I think the government of the day is also not helping matter, talking about Donald Trump, because people are scared. picking people on the street anyhow. They can pick you and you find yourself on. They picked a woman up 2 days ago, and the woman is already in Mexico now. A woman that has spent
from our family, just
47
whisker
years
away from the family.
I'm telling you.
I mean, it's sad to see that happen. We know they are trying to protect their countries, but at the same time, I mean, there should be a level of discretion to what we do. I mean, we can't just frown at everything. But it is what it is. It is their country. We can't tell them how to run them.
Definitely. All right, 2-0. The match is still on. Talking about Manchester City and Wydad Casablanca. Earlier today, Mamelodi Sundowns, they held Africa. They kept us there. Beating Ulsan Hyundai from Korea 1-0. Of course, you also have before Monterrey. We said it on Saturday. Monterrey is a strong side, so Inter should watch it.
Seriously.
I mean, Monterrey, they played 1-1 draw with Inter Milan.
Great yesterday. They did great yesterday. You know, one of the things I believe about football is the only reason why you will lose to anything is when you concede. You know, what Monterrey did yesterday, I saw the game, it was incredible. Inter Milan had to, they were the one who actually came from behind. You know, they didn't make it easy for them. They didn't make it easy for them because they feel like this is the biggest game in our history. And this is the biggest tournament, and they gave it just that spirit.
They gave it all out.
All out. They were not afraid to lose because it's not like some semi-final or quarterfinals. It's still group stage. So if we lose this, we might likely pick point in the next game, and that was what they did. The 2 games that I've actually seen as great game is the Boca Juniors Benfica, and that of course Inter Milan game, and the Sundowns game as well. It was tight, and the two teams put on a very good show. So I mean, it's just very good. Many of them feel privileged to be playing that game, to be playing against some of these players. So going forward, I just hope FIFA don't relent. By the time we will have this in Africa, in Saudi, in every part of the world, to wake up, and in a few years from now, it will silence UEFA competitions.
Wow! Can this silence UEFA Champions League?
Because this is very expensive tournament. Even Chelsea just win a game. They just have to win another game now, and they'll be earning about £20 million. How much is the Premier League? How much is the Champions League? People are trying everything to entice teams to come into this. Of course, being the first time is making it to tell on them on the negative side. But I believe it's a very strong investment that will pay them off eventually.
Okay, all right. For other games going down tonight, where the Man City game is in the 70th minute now, still 2-0 to Man City against Wydad Casablanca. At 8 p.m. it will be Real Madrid taking on Al Hilal from Saudi Arabia. That's the team Osimhen missed going to.
I think that's the game of the day.
The game of the day, right?
That game is going to be very tough.
Can Al Hilal give Real Madrid?
You need to look at the players in Al Hilal. Most of them are European players.
Yeah.
I mean, they are going to give Real Madrid a headache.
Wow.
Because Real Madrid are not the team yet. They are going to be testing a lot of things.
Testing
a lot of
players. They are testing everything.
Yeah.
Testing even coach.
I'm talking about Al Hilal, a team that's already formed with a manager that is just coming from Europe. With a manager
so you think they can surprise the world by beating Real Madrid?
They will not. It will be a very tough game. I won't say they definitely what will happen, but it will be a very tough game. They won't be scared because it's only the group stage. If they lose this, there are chances that they will still win other games. So Real Madrid also know that they will be facing a very strong test today. So that's the one game I will not want to miss.
Okay, at 11 p.m. Pachuca will be taking on RB Salzburg. Because tomorrow early in the morning at 2 a.m. it will be Alain taking on Juventus. And so we are now moving towards the second and into the match day 2 of 3 games now. For Daniel, he feels that Al Hilal could surprise Real Madrid. Pachuca Salzburg, I don't think there's anything in that one. But Al Ain, Juventus. Al Ain, if they do anything against Juventus, it will be surprising to the world. I mean,
honestly,
the name alone,
if there's anything I've seen in this tournament so far, I feel like except for the team that was defeated by 10 goals to 0.
Okay,
I feel like every other team has actually been putting up a very good fight. Honestly, River Plate yesterday against, I can't remember the team again, was also a very good game, very tough. Of course, it was 3-1 defeat. Urawa Reds. They did very well. They played most of the game, but just that they don't know how to finish. I believe that Al Ain and Juventus game will be one of the game again that will definitely not have much domination from Juventus as people expect it to be. It's going to be a very tight game, and I won't actually want to advise anyone to place anything on it.
Okay, let's quickly go now. Let's go to the EPL, as you know, they're always very organized. Very organized. They brought out the fixtures for next season, and of course, the big match is Manchester United and Arsenal.
I mean, it's
on
good to
Sunday.
have a derby.
It's going to be starting on a Friday. Liverpool taking on Bournemouth, right? That's the first game on a Friday, and of course, but Manchester United, Arsenal. For Arsenal, well, we understand Benjamin Sesko has agreed a deal with them now. Let's see if they will not still pull out of that deal, because you can't trust Arsenal until they sign paper and they unveil the player.
I think they're just scared. Arsenal, they are scared of getting it wrong again. They got it wrong with Kai Havertz. They're looking at every side, and that's one of the symptoms of a team that actually doesn't know how to win. Because players don't win you trophies. Team is the one that will do that to you. So if you're expecting you to sign a player that will make your team whole,
they should have learned from PSG.
Learn from PSG. I mean, a player will not make your team whole. You need, as a manager, to know how to build a team. He's been doing that for the past 5 seasons, and it's not been successful for him. He's been lacking behind on that. So what he needs to do is pick a player you feel will fit into your philosophy of football. Get that player and get the team to play with that player. That's how it works. So he's looking for a player that will come and give him 30 goals a season. I mean, I love one thing that Enzo Maresca said yesterday in an interview after the victory over what's the game he played, Los Angeles. They asked him about striker.
Yeah.
They asked him if Delap is the kind of striker that will give him 30 goals a season. He said he doesn't want a striker that will give him 30 goals. He prefers 3 players scoring 10 goals and getting him something than a player scoring 50 goals and 60 goals and the team is not going anywhere. And that's how it should work. That's the same thing we saw with PSG. So what Arsenal need to do is make up their mind. Any player will just get a striker. Whether you're signing Gyökeres or you're signing a Zesco, just get a striker to be that vocal point for your team, and you will click. Because if they keep on dancing around like this, eventually they won't be able to make any good decision at the end of the day.
Okay, let's check the class first before we continue. Our guys are there. I mean, let's check. You got them?
The class is loaded.
Let's do it.
Let's start from the class captain, first in class as usual. I said, I look forward to Real Madrid match against Al Hilal. He said this evening in the FIFA Club World Cup. It's going to be an interesting one. You're doing great in the studio. God bless you.
Thank you.
Also, he said, watching you from Arrow Makinde up in Milan.
Yeah, back from Oyo.
Yeah.
How do you even do this transversing, sir?
He said, good afternoon. Watching you from Oyo up in Milan. Keep up the good work.
Is he Oyo or Arrow Makinde?
It's still him. I mean, now I don't know why he's jumping from Oyo to Arrow again.
Are you?
I mean,
are you? Do you have?
I don't understand.
Do you have a jet?
Just
now.
Just in 3 minutes gaps of the messages.
To, please let's know.
But I guess maybe this message has been typed down because it's usual as Pisu.
Okay.
So he's saying, I'm not a Premier League fan, but I love watching EPL because of their matches is always lively and unlike Spanish La Liga. Okay. He said Manchester United 4-6 fixtures next season in the EPL: Arsenal, Fulham, Burnley, Manchester City, Chelsea, and Brentford. If you look at the brackets, above, you will see that EPL fixtures are already laughing at them. Amorim should play for 6 games only. Amorim should pay for 6 games, 6 months rent. Because I did not see the Flyers today.
Yeah, Marcos should be blamed for that. Marcos, his name is Marcos M. Black. Blame him for that. Curse him for that.
And praise him for some when he delivers too.
Yes, I mean we praised him on Monday now, so he didn't deliver today.
All right, I said Abib Tijani said, watching you from Arrow Makinde up Liverpool. He said, welcome on board. I can't wait till next season. You see the fixtures, right?
Definitely.
Say, well done, guys. That's from Honey Drop Feminist. Well done, guys. God bless you. And how are you doing? Daniel and Bobola, keep up the good work. I'm not sure you are seeing the screen. There's no Bobola here.
Yeah, okay, maybe. Are you falling in love with Bobola?
He said, I'm not seeing the reward. Don't worry, your reward is
he's a winner. Has she confirmed the name?
Yeah, the name you drop is not. The only thing I saw in your name is Onyi. Is the Honey Oni? Is it your account or someone else?
Okay, maybe the Honey is why she's called Honey Drop.
Yeah.
Honey.
I said, Osime Mata, don't tire me. That's Jola Rio. And also, that's the comment for now in the class.
Okay, all right. Onyi confirm if it's actually Onyi or Honey. Okay, now champions Liverpool will host Bournemouth on the opening weekend of the 2025-26 Premier League season, according to the fixtures released earlier today. Manchester United playing Arsenal at Old Trafford. That will be on Sunday. That was the star match of the first week, while Manchester City will kick off their campaign away to Wolverhampton Wanderers at Molineux. Chelsea, of course, who did very well this season, qualifying for the top 4, and of course winning the Conference League, will start their season at home to FA Cup champions Crystal Palace at the Stamford Bridge. Of course, the season, which consists of 380 games over 33 weeks and 5 midweek rounds, will conclude on Sunday, 24th May. Sunday, 24th May, that's when it will conclude. Of course, the Premier League said the start date of 15 August, that's 82 days on from the end of the 2024 season, will ensure proper rest time for the players and coaching staff. Of course, during the festive periods, clubs will not be asked to play twice in less than 60 hours. That's the new thing they are working on now, so that they can have rest, since the players are now complaining no rest. So that's exactly what is happening. For all the fixtures of the match day 1, yes, in case you have not seen it yet, Liverpool will play Bournemouth. That will be on Friday. Yes, the fixture starts on a Friday. And of course, for other fixtures as well, you got other fixtures?
Yeah, we have other fixtures.
Okay, let's have them.
I'll just take the first 5 games of each team.
Exactly.
So we've got, from the first 5 games, Everton will be taking on Burnley, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, and of course Wolverhampton Wanderers. Fulham will be taking on West Ham United, Crystal Palace, Liverpool, and Chelsea. Leeds United will be taking on Sunderland, Liverpool, Manchester United, of course, and Newcastle. Liverpool will be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers, Leeds United, Fulham, and Arsenal. And of course, Manchester City will be taking on Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, Chelsea, and Brighton. Man United will be taking on Wolves, Newcastle, Leeds United, and Burnley. And Newcastle United will be taking on Manchester United. They will be taking on Burnley, Crystal Palace, Leeds, and Nottingham Forest, Man City, Everton, Aston Villa, and West Ham United. So we have Brighton taking on Arsenal, West Ham, Burnley, and Manchester City, and Burnley taking on Everton, Newcastle United, Brighton, and Man United. Chelsea taking on Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Manchester City, and the festive. Oh, sorry, that's the festive season fixtures I just took right there. December 25th, 27th to 27 festive fixtures. 27th of December to 7th of January fixtures. So that's the fixtures we have. Right there.
So that's the way it will go for the clubs. You took their what the clubs will actually be looking like their first fixtures. Okay, so let's see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure everybody have started thinking, what will happen? What will happen to who now? I saw what Jola Show wrote earlier.
I mean, it's actually very important, the first 5 games and the last 5 games of the season.
Very, very important.
It's many teams right now will be looking at transfer windows the more. Because when you look at your first 5 games, and a team like Manchester United now needs to be serious in the window.
Exactly.
Because you need a strong team to get you through this season, through that phase. If you go on and lose 4 of your first 5 games, the season is going to be very tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Number one is that you're going to be out of title race very early.
Yeah,
very early, because when you lose that much of a point. And number 2 is that the morale around your team is not going to be the same. So for teams like Liverpool, I think the first 5 games is favorable for them. Teams like Arsenal can also smile a bit. Of course, their first game is not easy. Manchester United.
Once they play that one.
Yeah, and if you look at Chelsea, their last 5 games is not good for them. If should Chelsea be at the top of the table, the last 5 games will be a very, very huge mountain for them to climb. Because they've got a lot of big teams. They've got Manchester City, they've got Arsenal, and it was actually
Chelsea that started the strongest fixture last season.
Against
Man City.
And you see how it went to. They actually turned it around very early.
They
but
did.
Eventually they could not keep it till the end.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's always important how you start the season and how you end the season. So
Well, let's see how it goes. Yeah, for the first day, yes, the match day fixture, or Friday, 15th August is when it starts between Liverpool and Bournemouth. That match is slated for 8 p.m. Nigerian time, while the next day, 16th August, Aston Villa will take on Newcastle at 12:30. Brighton will take on Fulham 3 p.m. Same time, Nottingham Forest will be taking on Brentford. Of course, same time, Sunderland, yes, the new boys, they are coming back now. They call their Stadium of Light, and they have one of the noisiest stadium in England.
They have a thing for. They always have a way of frustrating Chelsea.
Exactly, Sunderland, crazy people. 3 p.m. They will be taking on West Ham United at home, and Spurs, who escaped relegation by whiskers last season, will be back again. Yeah, they sacked their coach, so let's see what will come for them this next season. They will be playing Burnley, and Wolves will play that same day at 5:30 p.m. against Manchester City. And on Sunday, it will be Chelsea first game against Crystal Palace at 2 p.m. While at 4:30, Manchester United and Arsenal. So let's see how it's going to be spanning out when we get to that point. All right, talking about Chelsea now, about 9 players will be leaving the club, according to Enzo Maresca. He wants his squad further reduced, with some players marked for sale, especially those who are not a part of their future. So they are not in his future plans, and he's thinking of offloading them away. The players are, of course, Raheem Sterling. I thought they have asked him to go before. So Raheem Sterling, Axel Disasi. Wow, Disasi.
Those are actually what.
George Petrovic. Why?
Yeah, Petrovic actually made it clear to the team that he wants the number 1 spot. I mean, you don't come dictate like that. If you've done in the French league, you have to do it in Chelsea. You have to earn it. Nobody just give you number 1 spot. I mean, when you were signed, you weren't signed as the number 1 in the first place.
You want to be number 1.
And then you just went to have a very good loan, and then you want to be number 1. There was a number 1, and whether you like it or not, Sanchez gave Chelsea a silverware last season, and they finished in the 4th place. So that should count for something.
Was it Sanchez or he and Jürgen?
Yeah, I mean, he is the number 1. Let's even say it like that. And no matter how much we say it, he's the one handling the greatest heat. You're playing for Strasbourg. You're not playing for Chelsea. It's different. When you play for Chelsea, the pressure is different. The manager can just trust you. And I like one thing about Enzo Maresca. He doesn't like player who demands. If you want something, earn it. I'll give it to you. Discipline. When they ask him about these guys in Brazil, Estavio, who's going to be joining them after the Club World Cup, he had a very good game in the first game. And they asked the manager, how about the boy? He said he's doing well for the club he's playing with. He has not done it for Chelsea.
Yeah.
So he's not just going to walk into the team.
Just like that.
When he comes, he's going to get his opportunity. If he takes it, he's going to get into the team. If he doesn't take it before the window closes, he's going to go to Strasbourg.
Exactly. So other players, of course, Armando Broja, this Albania guy. I mean, that guy has never had his time at Chelsea.
He actually had an 8-year contract when the new Chelsea owners came on board. And it's so sad.
He's just from one loan to another.
Yeah,
he's not been able to prove himself.
It's one of the reasons why I fear for. The Chelsea owners, these owners are taking a lot of risk, giving players this lengthy contract. A lot of players can just feel like, oh boy, I don't collect money. 8 years, even though the life paper is there. So if I choose to just be useless, they will transfer me around from loan to loan. My money will still be there.
And they can decide to also terminate.
Most of these guys, if they terminate it, they will get the money. They will pay them off. That's why they feel like whichever way.
Yeah, sometimes they prefer paying you off than to be paying you wages.
And it's very unfair on the owner's side, because it's a lot of money they are not getting value for. So for me, I feel most of the name on that, the Disasi did well at Aston Villa, but when it comes to top teams,
that guy, he doesn't.
I've seen him in Chelsea, very shamble. So he doesn't know how. He doesn't have any technical something. I mean, the way it depends, like just rough. Yeah. I mean, what he's doing. Most of the times when you send these guys out, they feel like, now I have to prove what I want.
They now come back.
And when they now come back, they're still the same. So I feel like send them out, let them use their frustration to go and get their forms.
But this time they want them to go.
Yeah, let them go from there. It shows that you were never playing the game for what the game is to the club. Now that they are sending you out, there's when you want to prove yourself. We signed you to prove yourself.
Another guy, I'm surprised about this guy. You have Felix. He's one guy I always like his kind of play, but I don't know. Chelsea is not.
He's playing for Chelsea. He's playing for Portugal. If Chelsea was not honest with him, the Portuguese manager will not be the same. He didn't get to play with Portugal too in the last Nations League. He didn't feature. He didn't even bring him on as a sub.
Exactly.
And one of the things I think I feel around the guy is he believes in his talent more than hard work. And any player in this age who still feel is the one that will deliver the team is delusional.
He played at AC Milan last season and he wasn't able to.
He wasn't. He had a very good start, you know, and then he went back just as usual.
He's always like that.
He would put on a very good show, and then he will go back to rest.
Raheem Sterling as well was at Arsenal, but he didn't even.
Abai is old.
Abai
is old. You know, when he went to Arsenal, he said, "I'm going to prove what I am." I said, "As what age?" So I mean, Arsenal have a thing for picking Chelsea finished players.
Yeah, use and dumb players.
Now they are picking Kepa. So here we go.
So again. They want Kepa again. The same way they picked.
That club just have a thing for anything
Petr Cech. Okay, Renato Vega again. Even this one too couldn't prove anything at Chelsea.
I think that's one player I would have loved to say the team should keep, because he's one player that actually has done well. When he went on loan, it wasn't because he wasn't doing well, but because the manager feel like he needs time. He needs game time. And what he did in Juventus was good. Even in Portugal, he was getting play time. So what just happened with the manager right now, I feel, is trusting the guys he's got going forward. He's brought in some new guys. He feel like a player like Vega on the bench will be putting a lot of pressure on the manager's decision. The manager wants to, like Pep Guardiola was saying, he wants 25 men squad. That's all it should be. Manager wants to be able to feel like I'm fair to everyone. But when you've got 3-5 players who are very good players who are not playing for 3-4 matches, they bear this guilty conscience, like I can't satisfy everybody. So for me, I feel Vega should have stayed, but considering the fact that he can't break into the team we already have in right now, he will eventually leave.
Then this guy Ben Chilwell again. At a point, Ben Chilwell was a good player. I don't know what just happened.
When you got Cucurella.
Cucurella is a crazy guy.
What do you do with Ben Chilwell? I mean, the highest goal scorer, the defender with the most goals.
The best performer for Chelsea last season.
You just can't do but let him go. You can't fight against Cucurella at this moment. I don't think Chelsea even have a backup.
Even in Spain,
Chelsea don't have a backup. That's the problem now. We don't have a backup except Cucurella in that place. Except if you are going to use Gusto or Reece James to play there. So
why are they not having backup now?
They just feel like,
what if something happens to
They just feel like the guy plays everything well. He played the defense, the inverted role. He does everything well. He goes forward, he scores goals.
8 and he was doing very well.
I think the manager just feel like I need to let the boy get that freedom. Because right now in Chelsea, I feel like after Kopama will just be getting the better player and Caicedo, because they are playing more forward roles and we get to see them and every now and then. But for me,
when you talk about mobility,
he's so fine at the moment.
He has the mobility.
He's so fine at the moment.
Kani Chukwuemeka and of course Leslie Ugochukwu. These are Nigerian brothers from diaspora. I mean, they at a point I thought Kani would have been a replacement at a point for the midfield of Chelsea, but somehow. So these are the guys that the coach has told the management. Let them go.
He did the same thing last season when he came on board. He told them, please train separately. I don't want you around. So I think why the board will listen to him now is he did it last season. It worked.
It worked for them. Yes.
So he will go in and
had failed.
If he had failed, they will say, bro, you can't tell us who you are going to release again. So now they are going to listen to him. If he said he wants Palmer to leave, he will leave.
Okay, supercomputer has come again after they released the fixture earlier this morning. You know, supercomputer always come up to predict who will win, who will end somewhere. Now, according to the supercomputer, it says Liverpool will end up in top spot again. In fact, even quoting the point that Liverpool will have 82 points, 2 fewer than last season. That Manchester City will finish in second place, 3 points behind the Manchester Club. The supercomputer also predicted Arsenal, Aston Villa and Newcastle will complete the top 5. He didn't put Chelsea there.
I mean, so it's only supercomputer. It's working with data. And most of the times they work with the data at hand right now. And if you look at the data at hand, I think I won't put Chelsea above Arsenal at the moment or Newcastle, because this team is still bringing in a lot of players and the team is still trying to get together. Why we were able to get through last season was because we had a very strong finishing for the top 4 spot. And if you look at it naturally, you can't go on like that and play 15 games. With the way Chelsea finished, it was just a rough till the end. So we need the supercomputer will be picking the team that is consistent, picking data, consistent data, and all of those things. So it's normal for it to read. But I would like to see supercomputer at the middle of the season, or maybe after 10 games. That time there will be more improved data from every side to determine who's going to be at the top 4.
Okay, the game is about to, it's in the 90 plus 3 minutes. It's 2-0 still to Manchester City. Let's wrap up with the
class.
Yes, and see. Has Onyi or Honey confirmed what we asked her to confirm?
So please, okay, Honey drop.
Honey.
Please,
honey.
Drop. Confirm what you, so we can know.
If you are the Onyi Consola, what's the Onyi Consola what?
Onyi Consola, it's only the Onyi that stick with me.
Okay,
I know he said Tolu Aneziko, Sepputi the finest.
Yeah, what? So,
Oloba Fresh. That's a new title.
Which one is Oloba Fresh again?
Okay, it's a new title. All right. He said Tolu Aneziko said good evening. Glory Barry said good evening. The sports presenter, we are enjoying you guys. Keep up the good work. Okay, this man came yesterday and he said he's Chelsea's ambassador from Bauchi State.
From Bauchi?
Bauchi State.
All the way from Bauchi?
Bauchi, yeah.
Wow, Sanu.
So Sanu, Chelsea ambassador in Bauchi State.
Wow.
How is all Chelsea fans there?
Wow, thank you.
So,
all the way from Bauchi.
He said, someone said, Marcos, so you are the one
that didn't allow us to. It's Marcos, hold him.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll bring his face to you so you know him. Anywhere you see him, hold him down.
Okay, and Jalal Shario said, I made a mistake in commenting aspect watching you from Oyo.
Okay, so you know the
greatest Nigerian student.
Okay, greatest Nigerian student.
He said, where is the sport Bam Bam? He's
Bam Bam is going to have some Bam Bam time.
So, and also we have, he said our name is Adeboye Onyi Consola.
Okay,
so I think that's the name we have on this.
Okay, you get your credit. We'll credit you. All right.
That's what the comment for.
Okay.
Today.
So thank you so much. Let's wrap things up this evening. Tomorrow we'll be back. And of course, what matches? Let's see. Tomorrow, can we? We're going to be. Well, I'll discuss with Marcos and see if we can drop flyers. That's if we have interesting matches tomorrow. It's today we would have done the Real Madrid Al Hilal prediction. Sorry about that. Sorry. So Marcos cost it. Put the blame on Marcos. So tomorrow we have Palmeiras Al Ahly. Okay, yes, we'll predict this one tomorrow. Palmeiras Al Ahly and Inter Miami and FC Porto. Okay, so tomorrow we'll drop the flyers as early as possible in the morning. As we wrap up Melody Sunrise, we'll drop the flyers. So Marcos is listening now. He knows he has to do it as soon as possible. Okay, so thank you for being in class tonight. Don't leave. We're just having a breather out of sports. We move to the other segment of the show, the cruise show right here. The Sports Seer, Daniel Adeyemi. Thank you so much. No trouble tonight because Bam Bam is not here.
There's nothing.
They've always said when you hear this card, there's trouble. But, somehow,
there's no need to fight someone that's already on the floor.
Who is on the floor?
Bam Bam now.
Is he on the floor?
His name is Bam Bam. That sounds like floor.
Bam Bam on the floor.
Someone you beat Bam Bam.
I hope he's listening to you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much for being part of the show tonight. God bless you. Follow us on all social, Melody 100.7 FM on Facebook, and of course on Insta, YouTube, as well as on X. It is Melody 107 FM. And don't forget as well, we are on TikTok at _Melody 107 FM. Yes, the Gladiators. Who is better, Chelsea or Ronaldo? Go check it out on YouTube. Go check it out on YouTube and drop your comments there. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can always get what comes through first before any other person. Big ups to you. Thank you so much for being a part of the show tonight. Let me have a breather now. When I return, we'll be looking through entertainment and what's popping everywhere and what is happening everywhere. My name is Pretty. You call me the finest, the nature's finest. Keep it locked right here.
Melody 100.7.
ẹ ǹlẹ́ ń bẹ̀ wọn orúkọ mi ò yí padà Tọ́pẹ́ Àlàbí náà ni ẹ máa gbọ́ ọ ní gbogbo.
Do you wish to experience a spiritual turnaround and a total uplift in your prayer life?
Oh, yes!
Join Kayode Crowd on Prayer Line every Sunday evening at 8 p.m. to 8:30. Don't forget, it's Prayer Line with Kayode Crowd this Sunday night. Time 8 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. on Melody 100.7 FM.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
This is a journey into